Greetings, everybody. Welcome to Children of Rath. It's I'm hoping you're having a great day. My mind's a little flooded with everything in existence right now, so I forget what I was going to say half of what of it is, but you know what? We're playing D&D. We're doing the D&D game set in the Magic the Gathering world of Dominaria. If you're unfamiliar with it, it's the first set, live with it.
I thought we were playing Star Trek.
Fuck no.
I want to play Star Trek.
I would love to play Star Trek, but I don't have a world ready. So, I mean, like, it would just be like, well, there's a ship and some things going on, and aliens, and not aliens, aliens.
Hey, I mean, I've got a lasers and feelings one-shot. It's basically Star Trek.
They actually just came out with the Kobayashi maneuver.
Yeah,
as an adventure.
Star Trek again in May.
Well, we might get Star Trek before then if I totally get that together, but I probably have a couple other games that I'm going to do first, like BSM 4th Edition, and some people have been tormenting me about Shadowrun. But those are other things to talk
Listen,
about.
I just want Parasite Eve, alright? That's it.
Yeah, I know, and that's when I've got to, like, design myself based on Shadowrun, and I think I could do it, but again, like, it's work in progress.
Because your Shadowrun games always last.
I mean, I blame Stormtroopay and the similar ones a lot of times.
Yeah, I know. Stormtroopay was ridiculous.
But enough distractions. Why don't we have everybody, like, shout out some crap about themselves and characters or something like that, or whatever. Because I've, like, lost my mind about what we're talking about. Lindsay and Wintress.
I'm back. I don't know what happened last time, but you know what? Wintress is here and alive, probably. I don't think she died.
No, he totally died.
Oh.
Nah, you're fine. You didn't... You mostly imploded. Mostly.
You're only mostly dead. She kind of got sick for like a couple hours in the last episode. That's what that was.
Mm-hmm.
You had severe diarrhea.
She couldn't answer the phone right now.
She can't answer the phone right now. She's got, like, butt explosion as a disorder. What are we talking about?
Why?
It's okay,
Why?
fine.
Why?
Joe and Claude. Ah.
I'm just glad that we're not hanging in churches anymore, and we're continuing out of this area. Even though the Therapriest was a nice thing for a bit.
Yes.
And everything totally froze on my side.
Oof. Happened.
Lee and...
Did any of mine come out?
Yeah.
Is everything okay? Everything froze on my side. That's what I was like.
I didn't notice anything from your side. So Lee and Maxwell.
Maxwell's doing good. I kind of have, like, a kind of interesting idea of, like, I guess how I want his story arc to go. Like, I feel like he's gonna take a dark path with this this new mask, and I'm kind of excited about that.
There's evil afoot.
Oh yes,
and he's
there
happy
is.
about it.
Yes.
No, there's evil a tongue.
Gross.
Come on, man, these puns. Ugh. They're not even good. Sorry.
That was really bad.
Need some more
Even
extra
for
chat, y'all.
you.
Ugh.
Well, his foot's not evil. His tongue might be.
Anyway, next person.
Fish and Catherine.
Yeah. Kazran's still parsing through all the stuff that we went over in therapy. And also is happy to now have a cool android to do work on.
Mm-hmm. Very cool time.
And when I eventually become a sky pirate, it will be my first mate.
Not me?
Well, no, you'll be the helms person.
Okay.
Quartermaster or something. I'll figure it out. I need to look up more
Would
boat
it also
things.
be your last mate?
It depends on what order people die in.
Everyone will die. We just need to figure out the order.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, and then finally, Mads and Carrie.
Well, now I'm concerned that we're gonna eventually have to kill Maxwell because he might go evil.
Okay, well, that's meta knowledge. We don't know that yet. Come on, don't ruin the surprise.
That's not canon. Carrie. I mean, Carrie is always ready to kill you, but that's beside the point.
Carrie's ready to kill a lot of people, though.
I say evil, but I don't mean like, you know, evil. I mean more like, you know, mischievous and like maybe misguided purpose kind of evil.
Trixie.
Listen,
Yeah,
if we're talking
exactly.
about
Murder.
Trixie, that's fine. If we're talking about like Sheogorath, Trixie, we're gonna have some issues. That dude decides to tear out your entrails and make them into cheese.
No, it's not violent. I mean, how violent can a merchant be? Like,
No, you're just gonna pull some fun pranks. We're gonna have yet another prank war.
I'm pretty sure merchants can be very, very deadly. If they
Maybe you become an armed merchant. Armed merchant.
This ain't a scene as the goddamn arms race. Anyway, listen, Carrie had therapy and it wasn't fun. And now we're going to the desert, which is much better than the ocean, so she's
Are
happy.
we gonna murder?
Yes.
All those cacti are gonna get what's coming for them.
We're gonna burn down another village somehow. It's just gonna happen.
Yeah, no, I'm not gonna deny that could be a possibility that could occur with your team.
Oh no.
It is us.
Womp, womp, burning down. Anyway, so last time, in case you missed our adventures, a quick recap is that the group finished up with the trials of the angels mostly. Things seemed to go in a decent direction, and it required you to go to a small cathedral farther away. There you met with Therapriest, as it's been dubbed, which was the priest there effectively did a little bit to help all of you out and explore your kind of problems and darker sides. And all the meanwhile, Radiant met with the angels of that place, who helped her out to realize some things about what there's going on with her, and help her out a little bit too. And afterwards, all of you departed and headed back to Circe proper, with the hopes of getting a caravan. In which Nim then, happy to see everybody back. Well, actually, he went with you and just hung around. You know, happy that we're all back and everybody's safe and sound. Got a caravan together.
Sweet.
So, that's kind
It's
of...
a carry van now.
Only if you actually put her in a van. Are you willing to do that?
Yes.
Here's this unmarked white
I feel
van,
like Carrie would
Carrie.
drive van.
Here's this unmarked white van, Carrie.
Listen,
Please get in.
Now, see, we've got a teal van. There's a bunch of orange flowers on the side, and in big letters it says the Mystery Machine.
Well, I guess I can take the form of Scooby-Doo.
You're the Scooby of the party. You've decided it yourself. Great.
I'm Velma?
Yeah, obviously.
Oh my god, wait, I am Velma. Jesus.
Yes,
No,
you
you're
are
Shaggy.
Velma.
No, you're Shaggy.
No,
I
I'm
have
Velma.
to be
Stoner.
Shaggy.
No, you're the stoner of the party. You're
Oh, that's
Shaggy.
fair.
But
Okay,
she's also
but
a book
Velma's
nerd.
also a lesbian.
That's true. Velma is a lesbian canonically. The
And red
director
hair.
confirmed it.
And red hair. And nerd.
Yeah, find your Velma.
Max, you can be their Daphne.
But I want to be Shaggy. Nobody wants to be Daphne.
All right, wait. If Claude is Scooby, then it makes sense for Max to be Shaggy.
Exactly.
What, does Wintress get to be your Daphne?
Your
and,
friend?
No,
And-
Wintress is Fred.
Wintress is Fred. Okay, yeah.
I'm Daphne?
You sure?
Daphne by default.
Yeah,
No,
Anyway.
I'm gonna be Fred because Fred
No, you're
likes.
Scrappy Doo.
Anyway, let's
Fuck you.
continue. It's been
Hey,
half
no.
an hour and we still haven't played.
Oh my
Real
god,
quick,
it's been
please.
so bad. Well, no, we technically were giving the intro and everything broke apart and fell into
Friend, you get a
insanity.
cool ascot.
Yeah, I'll be Fred.
Anyway, you had like, I think you had a couple of days before the next caravan was leaving, and I don't think anybody was doing anything particular in town. Was there anything that you wanted to purchase as a group as part of the caravan? The caravan will have a base amount of supplies, but if there's anything for the desert travel again across the Erg Mirab, it is up to you to purchase it directly.
Do they sell anything unique aside from like the general stuff we've seen before?
Probably things like water skins, robes and stuff that are good for desert travel, various supplies, tents. The tents themselves are probably built more for like, kind of like a different kind of stouter tents. Ones that are built to like keep out like the sun and the sand, and also like shaped in such a way that if there's like a lot of winds, it would be not easy to knock down. So they're probably like more of like those like circular desert tents. They probably have a few animals that would be for sale in town here that could be used. The caravan themselves will have a certain number, but if you wanted to buy something like camel, probably could.
Apparently, you have a fucking bird already.
Do they got like a giant ostrich that happens to be yellow and goes chocobo?
Yeah, it's got chocobo.
That goes wark.
Yeah.
Wark. No, not.
You got one of those?
Not here.
Camel. I guess we'll find one eventually.
They have some horses and camels and such. 'Cause,
Do they have any mountain camels?
those are llamas, and those are carnivorous llamas, and they aren't in this area.
Okay. It's from another game.
Okay, I don't have anything I need to buy unless you guys do.
Look, when you add camels to a random monster chart, and you have to explain why they're trying to attack PCs, carnivorous
Yes.
mountain camels.
We're just like, we're in a mountain area, and he's like, there's some camels that attack you. I'm like, we're in the mountains. He's like, mountain camel.
Whatever. So no big supply purchases then?
I doubt you have big supply purchases because the
I
caravan
have no money.
the caravan should have enough to support
actually I
you
do.
traveling across the desert with enough food and water supplies, as long as you stay with them.
I forgot, I still have 2 platinum.
I'm so broke, so no, I'm not buying anything.
Harry, do you want a camel?
No, I want more drugs.
Do you want a drugged out camel?
Yes.
I don't think I need anything. Would I be able to get, like, any more metal and stuff to keep repairing the automaton? Oh no, I did that last session.
Yes, you did.
Yeah, I did. Never mind then. I have my supplies to keep repairing the Warforged.
I really don't need anything. I technically don't need anything to survive in the desert, so...
I'm already used to extreme heat living near a volcano my entire life.
I hate the desert.
I was gonna say, Wintress is the only one who's really affected, because Carrie's like, I'm a demon.
I'm a demon. Hi.
I'm a demon, I'm a demon, I'm a demon, I'm a demon. I'm mostly immune to heat and hot and ooh.
I offer Wintress some water.
But are you a scheming demon?
No,
Pretty
die,
sure.
You don't want
that
water, Wintress?
I'm pretty sure that water is probably stale as hell.
I'm pretty sure that most of you need this, some water, except for Maxwell. You're not resistant to need water.
I don't need to eat or drink.
Oh, that's right, you don't need to eat or drink. Okay, so, Claude is fine, probably.
I just trust this water coming from the skeletal man.
Well, I mean, I can buy it for you.
And buy a bottle of water.
Wow.
I was gonna say, how
We're
old is
not
the water in your
on
water?
Zephyr Hillsley.
Matt literally, he literally
no,
just
we
said we
just
can
filled-
buy
we
stuff.
We filled our water skins actually on the way to the church. We found
I
that
don't
real
trust
cool.
water anymore.
Oh my
Not
God,
after
that's
what happened
true.
last year.
It is fresh water.
Wait, did we?
We
Yeah.
found a spring on the way to the church and we refilled our water skins.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't remember that, but okay.
That's a thing.
Yeah, we did.
Because I suggested it.
You did
All right,
suggest it.
Wintress. Well, if you do need any water, let me know, as I don't need any.
I'll hand you some water. Richard.
Okay, thank you.
Oh, how can you take his water, but not mine?
He probably stewed something in it. Made
Like
something
what?
else.
I have
Your
no-
own bones.
Probably made Maxwell broth. I don't want none of that.
I have no reason to drink this aside from giving it to you guys.
Doesn't even eat broth. Why would he make broth? He doesn't need to eat.
Exactly.
Bone broth. Bone broth.
All right. Well,
He doesn't
perish
even-
the goodwill then.
He just soaks his bones in it for no reason.
You don't need
That's
to.
how he cleans himself.
He soaks his bones and makes bone.
Gross.
Tastes like freshly frozen Maxwell.
Squozen.
Frozen?
Squozen. I'm not sure what squozen's supposed to be,
Wait.
but it's now a thing.
If it is a drink, can we call it Maxwell House?
It's like those little cups of bar off you can buy at school where it's like
A fresh cups of Maxwell House. It's squozen in your cup.
Oh no!
It's frozen in your mouth.
I don't know what's happened, but we
I
broke it.
hate this so much. Fuck me.
So
Anyway, desert.
I don't think you buy anything. I think you're okay with not buying things. Desert travel happens now. All right. So,
Is there a snake in my boot?
no, not yet. You haven't been to the desert. You're still on a freaking angelic mesa. Wait until you're in the goddamn desert for there's snakes in the boot.
Let me know if I get dysentery.
Oh no.
Roll a Constitution saving throw to prevent dysentery.
Or
I
if
mean,
little Timmy falls off
Maxwell
the wagon
has
and breaks his
died.
leg.
Oh wait, he's already dead. It's okay.
No, Maxwell's falling off the wagon and breaks his leg.
Thank God.
Stupid Oregon Trail. Anyway, so it becomes the morning of the caravan, and you were informed that when joining the caravan, you have to get up pretty early. It leaves right at the crack of dawn and starts out the journey. Over the night before, you actually will be able to see it beginning to be assembled. A number of wagons are being assembled, along with a bunch of pack animals that are being loaded up with various materials. It will, once you all get up in the morning, and those of you that need will enjoy a very early kind of snack. Probably, if you would inform the innkeeper that you're leaving that early, they'll leave out some things that are like travel stuff in place of the normal breakfast you could get at the inn.
Okay. Sure.
Yeah.
And I'll grab some extra. I'll grab some so other people can have some if they need.
It's like a bottle of like ale. So it's like a reused bottle that was, rinsed out, had some ale thrown into it, a couple of those, some dried meats and cheeses, a loaf of bread, things like that. Very simple stuff.
Travels well. Good.
So effectively a little pack for all of you. Once you arrive at the caravan, a sharply dressed a human man will come up to you. Hello, welcome. I'm the merchant in charge of this caravan here. The name's William? William Tround? Nice to meet you all. I believe you're the group that paid on to join us.
Yes. Thank you.
Well, yes, good sir. It's also a pleasure to meet a fellow merchant.
Well, thank you.
You can call me Maxwell.
So, as much as I'm going to be important in this, this is my caravan and my investment that's having us against here. If you have any problems, the man dressed in desert attire up front, Zanza, he is our desert guide. He is he is indeed. He is actually a member of the hockey. So, just be warned, they are traditionally, there are very few of them that, are reasonable and would do something like this. Most of them tend to be much more dangerous when it comes to crossing the desert. Fortunately, the route we're taking is fairly well traveled, and very few dangers should be encountered. But be warned, if something happens, you're on your own. I have my own soldiers hired to protect me and to protect the goods. Unfortunately, you're just passers-by. Is that all right with all of you? Think you can defend yourselves just fine?
Yeah, probably.
Yes.
I imagine so.
Yeah, we've been through a lot worse. Why not?
Excellent. That wagon in the back is yours. It should have enough room for all of you. There will be some goods in there. Just don't open anything. Some of the food and water supplies for the group. Please just you'll be sort of in charge of managing that they are kept safe. So know that if something happens to them, your share would most likely be taken first for other people. It's not the full food and water supplies, but we fit you in where we can.
Understandable.
Manny will be in charge of your wagon. He's the wagon master of it. Manny is a good man here. He's been with me for many years. Hi. How's it going? Yes,
Right.
Manny.
Sounds good.
All right, then. Well, I hope you have a fine trip. And if all goes right, we'll be seeing the other side of the desert in about a week.
I just interesting we have a posh British accent of whatever accent.
Look, all my upper classy people have posh British accents. Unless they're sleazy. Then they have American accents.
Wow.
Because they're it's because they're rich people. Rich people have that accent.
Is the guy still near us, by the way?
He was just turning around to walk away.
Oh, excuse me. What was his name, William?
So that's
yeah.
why,
William Traumd.
Mr. I'll just say T because I didn't get to hear that.
Oh, so that's why he sounds like Nib.
Mr. William.
It's spelled Traumd like that.
Traumd?
Yeah, it's a BD at the end. Traumd.
Mr. Traumd, before you leave, I wanted to ask, do you happen to sell any rare goods?
Unfortunately, no. Most of my trade is usually within local materials from here. Bringing local materials from the heart of Benalia to this location here, or returning with local goods from here. Certain types of fruits and vegetables which can be dried or preserved, along with certain materials from some of the southern mines that actually have been built in, a little deeper to the south.
I see. Well,
I might have a few things that, if you were looking to buy in bulk, would be for sale, but that's usually what I deal in. We do have a supply of a few rare gems and minerals, but we don't usually sell them on the individual, unfortunately, if you're looking to make some business transactions, generally speaking.
do they have any magical properties to them?
Directly? I would say no. The metal itself is a rare type of silvery metal that, apparently from the words I've spoken to some folks, apparently only the rare dwarven smiths are known to be able to play around with it. At least according to the stories. I'm hoping to sell it to some blacksmiths back in town that can experiment with it. I believe someone calls it mathril.
Ah, yes, the greatest of sciences. Sounds intriguing, but I may have to put that on a rain check.
We did even find a rare chunk of some other stuff too, but that's way beyond selling, so don't worry about that. But yes, if you think of any, if you end up with a little bit of extra cash and you want to make a deal, I don't know how much your how fluid your funds are for possibly buying something. But we can talk later. We'll have many days of journeying and nights of chatting.
Sounds exciting.
So the basic idea of the caravan is they travel through most of the morning and into closer towards the midday. For about 6 hours in the middle of the day, you will actually set up a camp. So like in the heat of the midday. After that, towards the evening, you'll travel again, getting into much darker times. So they kind of go in like 6-hour blocks. It's good for resting, but if you were like trying to like You get your sleep during the day. You could. But if you're trying to, like, memorize spells and stuff, you probably have to, like, be on one of the carts and trying to do it on there. Which, it's possible, it's just would be difficult. It's the nature of trying to avoid both the darkest parts of the night, where it'd be hard to see, and the hottest parts of the day, and travel in the desert.
What do you mean by memorize spells?
Normally you have to get about 8 hours of rest before you are in such a place that you can prepare your spells, however you prepare your spells. And there will be no 8-hour straight shift of rest.
Does that apply to me too?
It applies to you too as a bard. You have to get 8 hours straight.
Not apply to you.
Didn't we sleep before this journey though?
Oh, you will have your spells prepared. I'm saying if you want to get your spells back.
Ah.
Fuck.
It's possible, but difficult to, because again, it's like 6 hours of travel, you know, like 6 hours of rest, 6 hours of travel, 6 hours of rest. Technically, it's not quite exact because there's a little there's half an hour on each side, so it's 5 hours where you spend an hour of setting up a camp or something and preparing food and stuff, and then a 5 hours midday rest. The hour that leads in between that and into traveling again, setting up a camp at night, rest for the night, you know, so it's 5-hour shifts, really. So you got to get used to sleeping twice a day rather than just once, at least in this case.
It pays to be a warlock.
Yes, where you get all your stuff back with an hour rest because you get a short rest.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I was gonna mention if we're ever in a lot of harm, I mean, it doesn't help with the spell thing, but my Song of Healing can help us regain HP faster if we need it more urgently. Why is Winter crying again?
Desert.
There's sand where sand should be.
I wait till Winter sleeps and create a sand castle around her.
She has nightmares and probably murders you when she wakes up.
Ooh. No, I give her a mermaid's tail in sand.
You didn't get that from Lortua, did you? I offered to shield Wintress from the sun.
You're just bones.
I have a cloak.
Also, he's not just bones anymore. He has the mask.
Yeah.
He looks like flesh and blood.
Looks like a person.
Oh yeah, Wintress wasn't here for that, was she?
No.
Oh, that's right,
No,
Wintress.
she's dealing with extreme diarrhea.
Wintress, I don't know if you know this, but I'm not made of bones anymore. As I wave my hand in front of her.
All I see is bones.
You are made of bones still. You just have magic to make it not look like you are.
Right. Well,
Turns out in the middle of the night, I grew bones on his fake body.
what bones?
No, she draws bones on your fake body.
Yeah. So the initial travel, the initial couple of days of journey, you're gonna head straight west because there are a couple things you have to avoid. There are certain mountain ranges that you're going to avoid, and the idea is that you're going to head straight west, skimming the lusher parts of the desert. So you spend the least amount of time in the hard middle of the desert. So this area here that you're traveling in still has a little bit of scrub to it. There are cactuses, tough plants, kind of things like that. It's your edge zone for the desert. And you're going to kind of skim along the south from Cercery down kind of around a mountain range that kind of cuts into the desert, and then head all the way west close to the mountains which follow the coastline of the kind of little bay area on the western side of Arona, kind of in this middle area. Once you hit that, you're going to kind of jut around them. You're not going to head quite up into the mountainous area because it would be most difficult for the caravan. Definitely that's something that people on foot could do, except they are very perilous, difficult to travel mountains, and there's no roads there. So you'd have to cross country across mountains, which is, that's an entirely different thing. But anyway,
That's only if you're going to Mordor.
I mean, if you were going to Mordor, then you could probably do it, because there are more doors. And the thing is that you want to avoid is, you will be informed that you're going to try to avoid the center of the desert. That would be the most... once you kind of reach it, the quickest region would be through the center of the desert. But unfortunately, the Hockey have the Airy, their ancestral home in the center.
What were the hockey again?
The desert people.
They're a group of desert people that are mercenaries and marauders that, in fact, look human, but they actually have, like, they actually look like maybe a little similar to angels. Because they are people with, like, hawk wings.
Oh.
But they don't have hawk heads, right?
No.
Okay.
They just have the ability to fly like hawks. So they have wings.
So we have Hawkman.
Yes, you have Hawkman. I'd like to think maybe it's closer to somewhere between Hawkman and that guy from the Conan animated series. But I think his wings were like under his arms, so that's less cool. Anyway, this is a weird side thing with that one there. I'm just gonna say. Anyway, yes. So, the first few days are without incident. The road here is fairly well traveled. There's a fairly well-defined road through, like, this, I describe it closer to, like, an Arizona-like desert. So you've got cactuses, scrub brush. There are still, like, areas where there could be rivers and streams and stuff. You haven't reached the kind of, like, heavy desert sections of it. This area here still has some life to it. There are, of course, snakes and scorpions, and travel is not easy. It is hot. The desert itself reaches, during the day, reaches up to the 120s in this area. So it is incredibly hot. The midday bears down on all of you. It feels awful, even in the tents. You feel like you're boiling in the dark tent, in the it'll be the light tents because they reflect light. Yeah, sorry, in the light tents, the white tents. It still is just like heat all around you, and it doesn't feel right to like go in between them. Like your group has a tent set up, so you hang out with Manny. Manny's soft-spoken. He doesn't say a lot about himself. He just keeps to himself. You're also in there with the horse, so the horse that's in front of that leads your wagon is in the tent with you. It seems that the tents are set up for that. The only things that are left out in the heat seem to be the camels, because they're more built for it, and a lot of the goods.
I die. I leave you by hook.
Just gonna start patting Wintress on the head.
My white skin's not made for this heat. I wonder, because who doesn't
I don't think you're. I was gonna say, I don't think your white skin is white anymore.
It's pretty probably red.
I don't know how well they can sunburn, because they just have like they specifically have the pigments in their skin make them white. It's like, it's unusual.
And they probably burn they probably really burn.
I don't know, because they're like a mountain people. They don't have like protection from like sunlight and stuff, even up in the mountains. Because they don't like go into the tree areas. They're just actually straight up a mountain people, the core. So they might actually have like I'm thinking, just because of the nature of them, you wouldn't burn. You have like probably stuff like your skin is white, but it also has stuff in it that probably protects you from like getting sunburned. Because if you're up in the mountains, maybe you're probably not built for heat. But if you're in a snowy area where they blend in more, the entire idea of like that sunburns you can get from snow, they're awful. So we'll determine you can't get sunburned. That's the good news. Bad news is you're probably not made for this amount of heat.
Are you sure you don't want cover from the heat, Wintress?
We're in a tent. What do you need?
What?
Point. Had a point.
Can we cook an egg on her?
I'm just boiling.
I mean, maybe out on one of the rocks outside. As during the day, it gets like in the 120s.
I take out the chest piece for the android, and we cook it on that.
You like set it out there.
Would some soothing music help alleviate your pain?
You the eggs you find are like snake eggs. You're like bad snake, bad. It's like a rattlesnake. You just like break its neck and then you're just like cooking its eggs. You're like,
I ate the rattlesnake.
That's actually probably accurate.
Hey, waitress. I'm casting a minor illusion for you of snow falling on you.
It burns!
It's fire snow! Ah!
And I will cast my unseen servant to fan you.
Does that do anything?
I mean, the moving air kind of, it sort of doesn't, but it kind of helps. It's like in a really awful hot area, having a fan on yourself. It helps a bit.
It's hot wind.
But
I put a small amount of water in my hands from the water skin and like kind of like put that on her cheeks to see if that helps.
Evaporate more so you feel cool.
It probably does, because I'm also sure that Wintress probably doesn't like sweat as efficiently as the lot of you. Because again, mountain-dwelling species.
Is she gonna like dehydrate?
I'm gonna use my wings to fan her whenever I can.
Yeah.
Well, I have an unseen servant fanning her too.
Yeah, we've got like a lot of air movement here.
Night's pretty good.
Except for the scorpion.
I mean, the scorpions have already found their way into Maxwell.
Oh, gross.
What?
Into his skull?
You're full of scorpions now.
How did this happen?
Well, I mean, like, you're sitting around at night, and, you know, there's plenty of bugs around, so, like, you just missed the first couple of bugs, and you just kind of ignored them, and then, you know, when you were ignoring them, scorpions showed up.
Yeah, now you got scorpions.
I forgot. Do I have a sense of touch?
Kinda?
Only for my hands?
Only for your bones.
Only for your bones. Oh, I guess you're looking like a person right now, so you got, like, fake flesh on.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So how are they getting into
Stuff
that?
goes through the fake.
So right now, so actually you don't have scorpions in you right now, because you're very personal.
Okay, so they're like on top of me then.
Yeah, they're probably stinging you, but you don't notice because it's
don't
magic
feel-
flesh. It's not like your real flesh. It's just like
Right.
stuff to make you seem
But I don't
real.
I don't feel them crawling around.
You probably start to then. Well, it's like, as I said, like earlier, there's just lots of bugs, and you began to ignore them, I'm assuming. You know, the constants, like, there's bugs everywhere.
Oh.
Also, probably because you are a source of coolness, because, again, you're not alive. You don't have, like, a heat signature.
You're right. That's kind of helpful.
Yeah, you're like a rock to everything. Even when you have, like, your fake flesh on. You're like, well, I'm a thing. You definitely tell it's hot, though. And at night, it's quite cool. It gets quite a chill to it. The change in temperatures is pretty hefty here. Like, it gets down closer to, like, if I'm talking Fahrenheit, which I was, to 120, because if it was 120 degrees Celsius, people would
we'd spontaneously combust.
Yeah. It would be awful.
Be on fire.
It's probably getting down into at least the 40s, if not spiking lower occasionally.
Yeah.
So it is very cool nights. Very rapid temperature changes. So as I said, the first couple of days are spent like that. It's not a totally difficult journey, but it is pretty taxing, especially on poor Wintress. Kaz, you can feel it too, though. Like, you're used to heat, but, like, it's a different type of heat. This is just like, normally it's like the heat of, like, fire or a volcano or something like that just kind of emanates into the air. And usually there is, like, something to it. It's also, like, there's moisture in Shiv. There is none here.
It's like, Shiv is like a sharp heat because it's fire. This is like an everywhere aura of heat.
Yeah.
I have since taken off my pea coat and shoved it into my bag of holding.
Can you take me in there?
You'll die. I'm not kidding. You will die. You have 10. You have 10 minutes of air, and then you die.
Take me out every 10 minutes.
Kind of crowded in there at this point. I have a lot in here.
Does the extreme weather hurt our HP at all?
it could give you exhaustion. For those of you that have it, this is extreme temperature, and there might be checks, especially if you travel in the middle of the day. That's why you're not traveling in like the heat of the sun, because you would. Also, Lutula did buy something for herself. She spends her days in a barrel of water.
What? Oh yeah, she would like straight up die in this kind of weather.
Oh god, yeah.
Dehydrate.
Oh my god.
Hang is probably in the exact same situation as Wintress. The two of them are like just lying there dying.
We're like, we can get through this, sister.
I forgot Aang was with us.
Yeah, Radiant has taken off most of her clothing because even though she's like an angel, she's like, this is still awful. Ah, God. It still is like, you're not immune to the effects of heat. Similar to like Claude. It is awful. You know.
Oh yeah, I'm just wearing my loincloth right now that I had in
yeah, like the
Minotaur form.
Like drinking would be the way to cool yourself off. So that's like the only reason you might want to drink water and stuff.
Have you come to reap me, Radiant?
Oh, God. No. No, I haven't. She's effectively, like, in her underwear now, just because she's, like, wants to just be cool all the time.
Radiant,
I told
you
you,
don't have
I'm in
any,
a
like,
loincloth.
ice magic, do you?
No.
No water magic?
No. I mean, like, I can either do some healing, harming, or alchemy.
There's no alchemic potion that can help with this?
Maybe? I don't know. I never learned any.
Well, you have the world's most brilliant goblin scientist here to possibly help you out so our friends don't die of heat stroke.
We'll be fine in 1,000 years.
I tried to pour some water down Wintress's mouth. I think I saw the water sizzle away. It's getting worse by the minute.
Drink water, stay in the shade, you won't die. Wintress might die anyway.
I think it turned from joke coughing to like actual coughing.
Yeah, at this point,
It did,
no
yeah.
dying. Winty's actually coughing.
I drink water.
Okay, maybe hydration isn't the answer.
I'm gonna die in real life now. Oh.
Oh no!
You're not allowed. Are you okay?
Good.
She just coughed her lungs up, that's all.
I'm just getting in the character, don't mind me.
Mm-hmm. Well,
So no form of alchemy that can help, huh?
none that I know of, I can take a look, see if there's something. I'll study, but I don't think there's anything in particular.
There's something the caravan has that we can like buy to deal with this, is there?
The point is to stay in the tents during this heat of the day.
Just pains me to see my friends suffer like this, and there's nothing I can do.
Think about traveling out there, we'd certainly suffer. You don't have to deal with high temperatures in here. Think of what's going on outside there. You notice that
fair.
very few animals are out and about during this heat. Ugh.
Aren't there like cacti that we can use for like sustenance?
Probably. I mean, you're the only one that's really immune to it.
Nature check?
You can make a nature or survival check. Someone could. Nature to know about the cavai. Survival would probably to locate ones you could use. So if you want to just make a nature right now, we'll start.
Anyone
do-
better than me want to do it?
I have a +3 to nature.
I have a +0.
Well,
I have plus.
I have a +4
why
to
don't you
survival.
still roll, Maxwell? Because the only one that could probably go out safely into the heat would be you. Because it's
I'll
like,
roll nature to know about it.
You want me to roll both or just one?
roll the nature first because you haven't gone outside yet.
Oh my god, 6.
Oh,
Oof.
why do I have advantage? I shouldn't have advantage.
Apparently Wintress knows a lot. Apparently Carrie's fucking knowledgeable about the desert.
Yeah.
Nope.
Hi.
Wait, you're also not affected by this too, right?
Carrion,
I'm still affected.
Carrion is
but-
still affected. She can't take she doesn't take as much damage from it, but it's like her resistance to fire helps because it does help you resist the heat. But the thing is, it only resists so much, and this is pretty extreme temperatures in this desert.
Fair.
You know, this desert here tends to be and if you would ask around the caravan, technically speaking, you're traveling in the worst season. This is the hottest season to travel in.
We're basically in the freaking fire temple in Zelda, is what you're telling us. We
Yeah,
need the
this is like the middle of the summer for this desert kind of thing. So it's the hottest point of the year, where the temperatures spike up to sometimes on average, 120. There have been some spikes up even more.
We're in August in Nevada.
Yeah, you're like Death Valley in the heat of July and August.
Yikes. So what does Carrion find? She got a 22.
Karen, you know about a bunch of the desert plants. Your time here before traveling through it, you read up on some stuff afterwards. You know that this area does have a number of cactuses, some of them which can be gathered for proper food, some of them that could be gathered for water. You could probably educate Maxwell if you wanted to go out there. Maxwell probably would be the best to go out of all of you. He's the one that would be, even in his disguised form, because he's technically still a skeleton, he just has fleshy fake bits over top of him that were created. Artificial flesh. You know, he would be immune to it. Completely. I mean, the heat isn't enough to damage your bones. Let me put it that way.
That's good.
There could.
I mean, I still have my cloak to protect me for that, too.
Yes, you're not getting a lot of direct sun. Because, again, bones bake in the sun.
Yep.
But you're not quite at that point in time. So you could definitely go out there and start trying to harvest stuff.
I'm literally drawing Maxwell diagrams of what to grab.
So these are the cacti I want. Give me a moment. I'll be right back and see if I can find any.
Okay.
Oh!
Yeah.
Boy!
Boy, howdy.
Look what I've got!
So you start heading out into the
Prickly
desert.
fingers.
And, you effectively you can find, something akin to, a prickly pear cactus. So you can get, prickly pears from it. You figure out that you have to, clear some stuff off of it to make it a little bit more edible. So you, clear it out properly. And then you know that there's some, types of, cacti that if you, cut off their sections, they'd be filled with water, and you're like, oh, these could be some extra water for people. And it'd be like a sweet water that you're like, And because, you can probably, when you're out there, turn your form off so you more have your bony fingers and stuff, you're like, this is probably a better idea. Because then you could use your bones to basically clear away a lot of the spines. It's bone versus spine, you know. Even if it sticks in there, you don't hurt from it, it probably is just like, yeah, jeez, just get that off there.
Yeah, it's the texture that's kind of annoying. Okay.
You'll
Sweet.
be out
Yeah,
and
I got
about
that
for a
then.
while. Let me do something here.
I feel like I'm about to get jumped.
You get attacked by
Hungry
Camels.
dogs.
A scorpion, like a big scorpion.
Giant
A
scorpion.
rad scorpion.
it's a rat
Oh
scorpion.
no!
Please give me,
Cazador.
please give me perception check, Maxwell.
I don't.
He gets lost.
Oh no!
He's lost now.
Maxwell's
Ow.
gonna die, y'all. Again.
Let's just roll that. Oh, it would technically have advantage. That didn't make a
Oh, this
difference.
is gonna hurt.
Alright. As you're working on a cactus, all of a sudden out of the sand, something rips out and grabs onto you. It doesn't actually hurt that much. You'll take 4 damage.
Ouch.
As a massive
Finally,
claw
danger.
emerges from the sand and grasps into you. As emerging, digging
said it was
itself,
what now?
a massive claw. As kind of digging itself out of the dirt is a horse-sized scorpion. It is indeed a rad scorpion. As I was getting the stats
no.
together, you're like, it's a giant scorpion. I'm like, God damn it. Yes, it's a giant scorpion.
I was making a joke.
I know.
I'm sorry.
You predicted
How far
it.
am I from the tent?
A little ways away. You're probably like a couple 100 feet away because you had to go searching the area, you know. It wasn't nearby.
Maybe
you could signal to people?
How fast is it compared to me?
Maybe your screams can.
Well,
signal
it's
to
got
people?
you grabbed, so we will take our first break here, as then we'll roll initiative, and we'll worry about that. Because I also then can take initiative to look up if anybody wants to go outside, what they'd have to roll to not get automatic levels of exhaustion, because it's awful out.
I'll probably go out.
Yes,
Same.
so...
Oh
Yeah,
my god, I
go
love
out.
you guys.
By proxy, and just send my turret out and have the turret walk over there. Turret doesn't have
You
exhaust.
need to create a camera for your turret.
I have my homunculus.
Was this a planned encounter,
yeah.
or like, was this only going to happen if I went out?
I was planning on getting you at least one desert attack at one point in time. This point
Okay.
here, yeah.
I know I was kind of like complaining about like combat earlier, and I feel kind of bad, but like it's been
The
so
desert,
long.
the
dude.
desert will prove to be a little dangerous. I'm going to say I was planning for dangers in the desert, and this is only one of a few of them that you may
excited.
encounter. So,
I'll be right back.
so if you need a snack, drink, bathroom break, go ahead and take that. We'll be back in a little bit. Welcome back. We just erased Nickelback with a dragon by time traveling.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's pretty much how our conversation went.
Anyway, Max.
So
roll
was it
initiative.
Nickel Back to the Future?
Yes, sure.
Why are your puns getting worse?
I don't know, but it's
really
all right.
bad pun day for you.
Pun day, Monday, happy days.
It is not even Monday.
Monday, Thursday, happy days.
Let's go familiar and summons. Probably something in here will look tiny and horribly verminy. I don't know. Oh,
I guess you want initiative from everyone, huh?
I want an initiative from Max because he's the only one that's there, and no one else has heard anything yet.
Reminded me what I rolled for this.
Initiative.
Initiative.
Yeah.
First, click on your icon.
Oh, right.
And then click on the initiative button next to your between speed and armor class.
Hold on 1 second. Hi, Mom. Oh, hi. What's up, Chubby? Thank you. I have a fan club? Oh my god. That's awesome. Thank you.
We're your biggest fans.
Maxwell has a fan club now.
Oh, that's amazing. Thank you so much for the Taco Bell. I'm sorry, what do I do, guys?
Click on your token and then click initiative
on your character sheet. It should be able to be like.
Oh, my character sheet.
Yeah, it's between armor class and speed at the top.
Yeah.
Ah, I see it.
We're a little rusty. It's like
Why is there a black widow?
because it's the only vermin I have a token for.
We got 11.
Okay. Let me throw that up there. Okay. Well, you're first, Max. What are you gonna do? You've
How
got
did
this
I roll
like
higher than this thing.
it rolled a 4.
Oh my god. Okay, so I'm kind of stuck in this thing's clutches, right?
It has you grabbed. So you can try to escape, which would be an athletics or acrobatics versus its athletics. You can attack it because it's not preventing you from attacking it like with sword fighting or stuff. But effectively, it got like a surprise on you and clawed you.
Oh no, it
can I-
beat him?
It spent the rest of its actions like getting out of the sand, so that's why it didn't attack you more, because normally they have more attacks. But
Can I use Tumbling Fool when I'm in this, or no?
I don't think you can. What does Tumbling Fool say?
Let me pull it up.
As bonus action, you can tumble when, consider...
I assume not while I'm grabbed.
Not while you're grabbed, it's not going to help. I mean,
Okay.
like, you could sort of, like, be, like, squirmy and, like, get the dash or disengage actions, but the problem is, like, you can't use them because it has you in its grasp.
Right, okay. I wasn't sure of those.
Yeah,
involved.
currently your speed is 0 because it's holding on to you.
Ooh. Okay, I want to try to... Oh, what is my base speed? Because I actually never wrote that down.
30 feet, same as a human's.
Okay. I want to try to wriggle out with, like, I guess it's acrobatics.
You can roll acrobatics. I think I have to.
Yeah, you can test that with strength.
Yes. It does.
Strength athletics. It has athletics.
It's strength for it. Just gonna roll this d20 and we'll see what it rolls. You'll manage to wriggle out.
Yes! Huzzah. What does that count as? My movement or like my action?
That'd be your normal action. So you still
Okay.
you now have movement again because you are like.
Now
able to
you
move
could
forward.
tumble through.
I'll tumble away. I want to go back to the tent. Or at least closer to the tent.
Okay, so you'll are you gonna disengage or dash? Dash
What does
you get
disengage mean?
Disengage means it wouldn't get an attack of opportunity on you. Dash means you move double your speed, but it would get an attack of opportunity on you.
Attack of opportunity is it just smacks me while I'm running, right?
Yeah,
It gets a chance to, but it could claw you again and hold you.
Because it's got like
possible that it's
graspy
attacked
claws.
the ground.
Yeah.
Well, but it's still gonna be able to try that when
If
it's
you
its turn,
disengage,
right?
but if you disengage, you can get away from it and hope it doesn't get back to you.
I'm gonna do that. That seems like the better option.
Okay. So you'll move 30 feet away. You'll kind of tumble away with it, moving back towards the tent.
Weak. Just Dark
Are you gonna
Souls rolling away.
scream or yell or something?
I'm gonna not yell because I feel like it's gonna summon more. I'm
Okay.
kind of nervous about like alerting bandits.
It's gonna move up, and it's gonna just start to try clawing and stinging you. Claw.
Ooh, ooh.
What's your AC?
Dude, I have 14.
Okay. Second.
Fuck, dude.
Okay, so it'll claw you once and sting you once.
Ooh.
Gotta get you better equipment.
We'll take 7 claw damage as you'll be grabbed again, and you will take 7 sting damage. But since poison does jack shit to you, the fact that it's a poisonous sting will do nothing. Because I believe you are both.
Did you say
immune to-
poison healed me, or am I crazy? Am I thinking divinity?
You're thinking
That's
divinity.
it.
That's
You
Ooh,
though,
man, I'm hurting for a squirt in here.
I believe you though you are immune to poison.
I mean, I don't have like veins for which the poison to flow through.
Yes.
No, it doesn't. I think they're immune to poison.
How far am I from the tent?
Undead.
I said you were like 200 feet away, so you're now 170 feet away.
That's why you should have yelled.
Yes.
Okay, all right. Well,
Well,
I screamed. Oh, what?
well, it's your turn now, so you can start screaming and such.
Am I audible from this far?
You don't know.
I'm gonna wait till I get a bit closer. I'm gonna.
Can't you amplify your voice or anything? Any of your tongue powers?
Oh my god, this man's a genius. I forgot I had that ability.
Use the tongue, Max. Use the tongue.
How do I? Hold on.
Are we gonna
What
like
was
lick
it?
the scorpion and hope for the best?
He's not a cat. He's not tasting the scorpion.
Well, it says I can mimic any sound or voice I've ever heard, but it doesn't say how loud it says.
Probably at whatever loudness it was. So if you knew something that was very loud, that would help.
You've
An
heard a
alarm.
dragon roar.
Can I
oh my
Yeah.
god.
can I make it sound like not like a voice, but can I imitate like the sound of it, but like have like words come through it or no?
You've heard a dragon talk.
You're right. I did hear a dragon talk. I mimic the sound of the dragon talking, and I say, Maxwell needs help. In like the loudest thing possible, and that probably alerts like the entire desert.
Give me perception checks to see if you notice it.
All of us.
All of you, yeah.
It's like the loudest thing ever.
No.
Of course I hear you.
Carrion. Oh god, wow.
God, how did you guys not hear this? It's like a freaking alarm clock.
Listen,
Well,
I'm
wait,
So what is this rolling?
What
What
about
is this rolling? I
witches?
didn't get to one ray. I still have
Oh, wait,
I still have my tumble.
Okay.
Well, this is the rest of the camp probably listening.
Oh no.
Yeah. So I think Radiant will notice, Hang will notice, And,
What about Wintress? Oh, she did roll. I didn't see it. Sorry.
Yeah, the only person that got it were you, Hang, and Radiant, maybe? Let me check Radiant's stats. I think she's got it.
Of course I would hear Maxwell.
That was like
sure.
the best idea ever. Wait, that was your idea,
and
right?
Latula will not hear
Fish that came
anything
up with
because
that?
she had disadvantage because she's in a barrel.
She's in a barrel.
Hang on, let me check for the homunculus.
Who came up
The
with the tongue thing?
homunculus heard you.
I said it.
Oh, oh my god, you're my hero. I love
Roll out the Atulas. We'll
Okay.
have an Atula good time.
Okay, so what are you doing then with the rest of your actions, Maxwell?
you. How far am I
Trying
from
to
the tongue? You said
escape
170?
again?
You're 170.
And you're also grappled again.
Yep.
Am I?
It
Yeah, it
automatic-
grabbed you.
Remember, it's got graspy claws, so as soon as it grabs you, it does it automatically.
Piece of garbage, dude, I swear. Hold on. Oh, wait. Does Hideous Laughter work on this?
It has to have a mind.
I mean, it has a mind. It's got intelligence of 1.
No, not good
It's
enough.
probably not going to understand your joke.
No.
No?
Vicious
That-
mockery, on the other hand.
Yeah, but that doesn't stun it, does it?
No.
It's a disadvantage on one attack.
Yeah.
What about... But Enemies Abound would work on this, right?
Which one's that?
What does that do?
I'll show it. It's... oh my god, how does this work?
Enemies.
Well, it has low intelligence, so it's gonna roll low, right?
Creature automatically sees it as being frightened. On a failed save, target loses ability to distinguish friend from foe. Regarding all creatures sees as enemies.
No, that's a bad idea.
It only
No, because
sees
it would just
you.
say everything is an enemies,
Aw.
and that wouldn't help. If there was other ones around, then it would help.
Yeah.
Oh, I have the ultimate spell! I know what I can do! I polymorph it!
All right. Click on polymorph and let's see what kind of saves and stuff it needs.
Oh,
I'm actually within range for this to work. Actually,
You
it's
are.
60 feet.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Giga brain.
Okay.
Oh my god. It gets a wisdom saving throw.
Yes.
Oh my god, if this works.
You can't polymorph me. Doesn't work
Does
on
this
shape
work on it?
changers. Yeah, no, it said you can't polymorph me.
Oh, okay.
Doesn't work on shape changers.
I just wanted to work on freaking Rad Scorpion. This thing hurts, dude! I mean, I should probably save it for something else, but like I'm alone, so I'm like, I don't want to fucking
What are you
die.
going to change it to? What do you want to change it to as well?
Let me think about
Squirrel.
A bucket of water.
No object.
Okay. What
I
are you
know.
changing it into? That's a good question.
A jellyfish.
that.
Fish.
Okay, so I have a question. Is this thing like... So when polymorph happens, does it still have like all the same limitations of a normal creature? Like if it's a fish, will it like suffocate and dehydrate if it's in that form?
Yes, and then it would be reduced to 0 hit points. And once it's reduced to 0 hit points, any damage that goes over goes to its normal form and automatically reverts to a giant scorpion.
Turn it
Okay.
into a beetle.
So before it would die, it would return back to normal, effectively. If you change
Would
it
it
to a
die
fish.
when it turns back to normal?
No.
But it can do whatever damage, however much health that thing had, correct?
Any damage you do to the new form only carries over if it would kill the new form, and then it carries any extra carries over to the old form. So
Like,
if
say
you-
you turned it into something that has 5 hit points. You deal 10 damage to it. The 5 reduces it to 0, and then the extra 5 carries over.
So I need to like really, really overkill this.
Or you
thing.
change
Oh my
it to something that has 5 hit points and you fireball it for 50.
Yeah. No,
Then it's fucking
really
dead.
small. Make it really small, then call me out. I'll carry it up as high as I can go. And
Oh
drop
my
it.
lord. I'm thinking the strat is to make it probably like a caterpillar or something so it can't catch up to me, but it won't die so I can have the full hour to run away.
Snail.
That
Snail
would probably
would
be smart, right?
dehydrate.
Because it wouldn't take me more than an hour to
Snail
go
would
like 20
dehydrate
feet.
very quickly.
Desert tortoise.
Garrett beetle.
Desert tortoise.
Just a beetle.
I'm making it a tortoise, dude!
Desert tortoise.
Alright, giant ass freaking Galapagos ass desert tortoise.
No.
That one.
A sulcata tortoise.
it's just the size of like a football or something. At most.
Oh no, sulcatas are big.
Yeah, I turn it into a tortoise, so it won't die, but it won't chase after me very quickly.
It gets the mindset of a tortoise for the duration of the spell. Well, let me see if it gets its wisdom saving throw. Let's see what it is, what I rolled. That might not matter. Oh my god!
Oh no!
It makes it.
I didn't expect... It has -1. I didn't expect it to make it. Holy crap!
What? No, I will not turn into a...
Not
That
so
is the worst nat 20 this game.
God, dude.
Wow! Holy crap!
But you said it has the mind of a tortoise, right? It goes real slow?
No, but it made its wisdom save. It didn't change.
Yeah, if
can't
it's
believe
unwilling,
it,
it
man.
gets a wisdom saving throw to avoid it. That's effectively what it is. So it made its actual save and was just like... You cast a spell on it and it was like... Because it's also dumb as a brick, because it's a giant scorpion with intelligence of 1. So it just stares at you, not understanding what you attempted to do to it. And that's it.
It doesn't hurt me?
Well, I mean, it'll try to murder you
Oh,
now.
it's not its turn yet. Well, no, he still has a move action.
I'm
Which
still
it
stuck.
is
I'm bound.
stuck, and you
Yeah,
need an
true.
action to get away.
So I just stunned it for like 1 turn then, right?
No!
You didn't do anything.
Yeah,
No.
it made it save. It would be really cool if it fails its save, and let me put
Oh,
it this
wait,
way.
don't-
It had
Do
a
I
high
get
chance
my...
to.
Don't I roll initiative since I heard him?
He yelled this round, so you get initiative at the beginning of the next round.
Which
Oh, great. Now what happens?
Scorpions would be the beginning, technically.
Scorpion is
wouldn't
at the end of the round. He goes. Maxwell goes at 11, and the
right.
Scorpion goes at
Okay.
5. Scorpion rolled shit. Scorpion goes. It's just gonna like try to claw away at you for your because it thinks it's probably got delicious stuff under your hard armor. It doesn't know better.
Oh God! A critical.
Hey, what the fuck?
What was your
It's
AC?
nat 20.
My AC is 14.
Okay,
Am I
good.
dead?
It only hits you once.
Oh, thank Christ.
The 1 is a crit though.
How much is the crit?
Double.
He has a yeah.
Double the dice.
How-
So we'll find out.
He'll tell you in a
40,
second.
is it?
No, it's
No.
8.
Oh. So I take 16?
No, you take 8.
No,
You
you
take
take 8.
Oh, okay.
That
Oh,
was
that's
it
fine.
doubled.
Yeah,
It rolled really bad on its crit.
yeah. That's the good
Okay,
news.
that's relieved.
Let me just see something here. Okay, it's got both its claws on you now. Technically, you don't have to escape from both. You just have to escape once, but technically it's got both of them. And, like, one, it was squeezing you to crush you, and it's probably, like stinging you, and it's probably, like, moving you towards its mouth with, like, chewy, like, scorpion mouth to start chewing on you.
It's using its other claw to tenderize you.
Yeah.
No.
Anyway,
And if only it knew you were a skeleton.
So now we get initiative.
it's dumb and probably thinks it's got, like, armor that's got sweet... It probably thinks it's more like a bug and it's
Wait.
squishing you inside to get the sweet, sweet innards.
Hold on. Wintress has a good point. How come this thing is hostile toward me? Is it just the items I have on me?
It's a dipshit, and it thinks you're alive.
It has an intelligence of 1?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I thought bugs perceived me as a rock.
Like,
No.
temperature-wise.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
You're still a
Temperature-wise,
moving
not-
thing, which at most might think that you're another insect, and insects sometimes crawl on other insects and stuff too. This thing is probably infested with smaller insects that eat stuff around it. You have to think
Yeah,
about that.
parasites.
Okay, I try
Initiative?
once more. With
Wait,
Well,
wait,
first off,
What?
Claude can roll initiative. I don't think Hang is going to roll initiative, but, like, you know.
Oh, did it hang?
Oh God!
What?
You didn't click on your character,
Oh,
so
my
please do that. We'll correct
lord.
you to 5, where you technically go before it? Technically?
Please, like,
Can I have that
tell
one
us.
Right, Mom.
instead?
No.
No.
Oh, hey, good to put you in the correct one.
Leave the tent.
Quad, please tell us what's happening.
I don't think...
Maxwell's in trouble. He just yelled very loudly.
Okay.
Oh wait, my homunculus heard, so the homunculus.
Yeah, so you should heal by like, or you should hear it as well.
Well,
No, I can't actually communicate with the homunculus.
It probably like just is like poking you as Claude is saying that.
Oh fuck!
Okay.
Alright.
Okay,
does
Maxwell,
Casper
what are you
roll?
doing?
I'm trying to wriggle out. Acrobatics. I want to get out.
Okay.
Wait for it. Yes.
Nice.
Oh.
Well, that's what it rolled. I don't know what it gets plus.
I have to check. combat grappling. For escape, I do have to check this. This actually
It would be
comes
a
up.
strength.
I know.
I don't think I win this one.
You have a really high acrobatics.
Oh yeah, dude, I have like +6 on a ton of things.
I'd
Nice.
get +7 to acrobatics.
Ooh,
I'm very good at tools.
that's good.
Yeah. So you need shit fixed. I have a +9 to that.
I also have a
Tools
really
of
good.
destruction.
I have a 7 in stealth and sleight of hand.
That's good.
Not good at anything.
Okay.
can pick your pocket. Hey, Kaz,
I-
can you pick your pocket?
Gotta remember
No.
what happens in a contested roll when you tie.
I'm assuming it's a battle where we both do it again.
No, so generally it goes to the active participant. Since the active participant in this is Maxwell, he's the one trying to escape.
Yeah,
Would probably
so
go there.
I think it
Yeah,
goes to
you
you.
probably
I thought it's
just
going to
get
you.
out.
So you do manage to wriggle out, just barely,
Oh, hallelujah.
because you tied with it.
Now you could try to tumble away again.
Or you could try to do something to it. Your choice, what you want to do. You are still 170 feet away because you didn't move. Did you? You didn't move a second time.
The only thing is you'd be also drawing it closer to us, which would make be a good thing.
Yeah, 'cause then it's shorter for us.
That's the intent. That's what I've been trying to do. You said I can move 60 feet closer if I double dash.
It would get an attack of opportunity.
If you,
which
yeah, but
How does that work?
it
if
will
it
make
gets
an
an attack
attack.
of opportunity, it could grab you and then stop your movement.
Yeah.
It is safer. So, risk reward. Safer to just disengage and move. Higher reward to move to dash.
But has
At a
a
higher
risk of it failing completely.
Can I throw one of the fruit like in a different direction? Does that count as a bonus action or?
I mean, why would you throw the fruit? It's after you.
Yeah, it's not.
Oh,
it's not
it's
interesting.
carnivorous.
It's
Let me check my
carnivorous.
inventory, see if I have anything helpful.
Do you have a sack of meat?
No, I have a rope, I have 5 feet of chain, bag of caltrops.
Not in sand, probably.
Yeah,
And
that
probably
Yeah.
not with, because it's got like pointed feet, so it probably
Yeah.
wouldn't really affect it too much. It's
Yeah.
got like the bug feet.
Okay. I tumble, I disengage, I move 30 feet towards the
Okay.
tent.
You're 140 away. All right, Claude, what are you doing? You've warned the others.
Free. I think it's a free action for me to change forms.
We'd have to check changeling.
Hold on. Change appearance. Wow.
It actually might be an
Oh.
action.
Alright, Mom.
It's not letting me actually click on it to bring it in, but let me look. I have it right here. As an action, yeah, you can transfer your appearance. Okay, then fine. I change into dragon form and start running.
So you go half dragon form.
Yeah.
Okay.
half
Did you let
dragon
everyone else
form.
know?
Yeah, I said.
Okay. Hallelujah.
I said Max is screaming for help.
You are a rogue warlock, are you not?
Yes.
You can use your cunning action. Don't
Oh
forget.
yeah, I can use my cunning action to dash,
You can dash. Yep.
so I can move 60 feet.
So now you will definitely be with range to notice that, like in the desert here, half dragon. I'm gonna say you're withstanding the heat when you go half dragon, because again, it's fire breathing blizzard creature, that kind of thing. Of course, you're going to be resistant to heat, but you can see there's a very large scorpion that seems to be chasing down Maxwell. Anyway, in the meantime, the very large scorpion will chase down Maxwell.
I'm also want to yell one thing.
Mhm.
Max, take your mask off. Maybe if it sees your bone.
He's been boned.
Yeah, he's been boned.
Oh, I thought you were
Have I?
on the mask on.
I said if you took
When
the
did I
mask,
take it off?
I said if you took it off, it would be easier to clean the cactus.
Ah,
Yeah, you've been boned.
Yeah,
okay.
it's probably trying to think that you're either like an insect and it's going to break you open for sweet juices inside, or maybe like if it's bones, like you can break
Bone
open
marrow.
bones for bone marrow.
Well, also,
Yeah.
you're probably wearing your cloak,
Yeah,
so it can't see that you're all bone.
yeah,
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And intelligence of 1.
Not smart, not a smart animal.
yeah. You're a moving thing that looks alive and
Great.
moves like you're alive. So yeah,
Play dead.
misses. Critical stings
Critical.
you.
Oh no!
What's the sting at least? It's not a claw, so it didn't grapple you.
No, it didn't grapple you this time.
Oh, thank
But
God.
you'll take
that's really-
14 damage.
Oh no, I'm gonna die!
As it like
Well-
it like stabs into you, and you hear like you feel like cracking as some of your ribs are now like a little cracked. You're like,
At
oh
least on
god!
your turn, you can disengage again and
Dash.
then dash.
action.
Anyway, everybody else can roll initiative now. That's going to
Ooh.
actually go outside into the heat.
Well, it's better than Claude.
Yes.
Do I
Let's
have to?
You don't have to.
Catherine's better than me.
Carrie, can you save them for me?
I got this.
Hang, are you gonna go out there?
No.
I flop next down the Hang. I'll guard the tent.
We'll guard the tent.
Yeah, good luck with that.
We're just dying.
I'll watch after them. If you need my help, just call again.
You'll hear it if we like scream very loudly.
Thank you, Angel of
Well, at least Kaz is going right after
Shepherd's
Max.
Delight.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna do some shit. Don't worry.
Okay. Max, your turn.
Is there any way Claude can fly me out of here?
He is 60 feet
I'm a
closer
half
to you.
dragon,
and-
and I don't have wings.
Oh.
Yeah.
I should be like far enough that I can't get hit by an
Yeah,
attack of
dragons have
opportunity
wings.
at this point, right?
Well, you can
No,
dash.
it moved up to you and stung you,
Yeah.
Oh, that's what
So
happened.
here's what you can do. You can disengage, so it won't.
and then
affect-
dash.
Yeah, with your tumble, you can then dash.
Yeah.
Wait.
You can
So
disengage.
disengage would be a normal
as
action?
an action,
Yes.
and then dash as your move.
I did.
Yeah,
as
That's
your
awesome.
tumble.
Okay,
So
yeah, I
you
want to do that. I disengage,
Yeah.
so I don't have to worry about this guy.
Yeah.
And I move 60 feet back toward the tent.
So you move a total of 90 feet.
So you're 80 feet away.
Oh,
so
wow.
you're 20 feet away from. No. He'd only move to 60. Because
Yeah.
remember, he can't dash twice. He disengaged with one of them.
Oh right.
Yeah.
Yeah, he disengaged and then.
Then dash is just an extra
Dash.
move. So it's move.
Oh, it's
move.
an extra move, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
not.
Yeah.
So
It's
now
like
you're
a
110.
rogue could theoretically move triple speed if they double
Right.
dash. Yeah. Or he could too, because he's tumbling full. So yeah, you're like 20 feet away from Claude, who's out there now.
Oh, hallelujah.
Get behind me.
Claude, my man, I need you! The scorpion wants me dead!
Actually, you haven't seen me in my half dragon form, but you can probably assume.
Well, I mean, who else am I gonna think
Yeah.
it is? Just a dragon in the desert.
Just a half dragon dude hanging out.
Did you alert the others?
Yes.
Oh,
They
thank
didn't
God.
hear you.
I'm gonna hang back here. Good luck.
No one else heard you but me.
Oh, I knew I could count on you in my darkest hour. I mean, look at it. It's nighttime, too.
Actually, it's not nighttime, it's daytime, isn't it?
Is it?
Yeah, you went
That
out
was
during.
night.
You went out-
Otherwise, it would be cool out.
It's like
Yeah.
We wouldn't care about the heat.
That's fair.
Yeah, you were just saying it was like during the noon, so you went out in the desert heat to like go help everybody. You're like, I'm gonna go get them some food and some extra water.
Done this at
Darkest
night.
hour metaphor.
This
you know
is
what I
your
mean?
hottest
Scorpion
hour.
hurts me.
Yes, this is your hottest hour.
Yeah, that one. Please help.
Okay, Kaz.
Hi. Turns out the spell Firebolt has 120-foot range.
Yep.
Is the scorpion within 120 feet?
Currently, no.
Okay, can I move out of the thing 30 feet and
You
get
can
it within
give me a
100?
Constitution save.
Yeah, that's fair. Luckily, I'm proficient in those. It's not going to matter because apparently I'm not rolling great.
Yeah, don't roll
yeah.
like I did.
All right. Well, you will get a level of exhaustion, but you can firebolt that. Like
Yeah.
the heat instantaneously drains something away from you, because you go from it's still 100 in the tent. You go up 30 degrees as soon as you go outside, so it just overwhelms you.
Does
you know,
he
it's like,
start to shrivel like a raisin?
Maxwell, you're going to fucking know me for this one.
it's
I already
just
do-
like, ah, God,
It's like Breath of the
fireball.
Wild, where you just spontaneously catch on fire when it's too hot.
That's better. So a 22 to hit, I'm guessing hits.
Yes, because I don't think
God.
we have to worry about your exhaustion at level 1.
No, 3 is when you get disadvantage on ability check.
Oh,
not
attack
ability
rolls.
check.
Yeah,
On
attack
attack.
rolls and saves. Yeah, so this is just like normal, like any kind of skills you do, you'd be awful at it. So yeah, you will certainly hit this scorpion.
Great.
No carry in the desert.
So normal damage, that's 13, plus arcane firearm is another 2, that's 15 damage total.
Sweet. You do a good hit to it. So that would bring... There we go. I've written down. All right. Next, Carrie.
So, remind me, as soon as I exit the tent, how far away this thing is. It's like...
150 feet.
Yeah,
I'm just...
140.
it's like 140.
So I have 40 speed.
Mhm.
So I'm getting as close to it as I can, putting myself between the rest of the party.
You can move up 80 and be right next to Maxwell.
Alright, then I'm doing that, but I'm like trying to shuffle my way in front of him.
Okay.
Because, you know, I'm a
Yep.
big bitch.
Claude, you would go before it. What are you doing? Because though you both are at 5,
Now?
you are up 60, so it's 80 feet away from you. Carrie's kind of right in front of you, along with Maxwell, like 20 feet in front of you. And Kaz is outside looking like, oh my god, this is awful. I will, at the end of combat, both need checks from, though, Carrion and Claude. But you two are more resistant to it, so you don't have to make it during the combat.
Okay. I'm going to just move up my 30 then.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
And I will,
If you move up to 30, you'll be in front of Carrie, though. Carrie seemingly, like, moved up to...
I don't care. I'm just trying to distract the damn thing.
Okay.
And I will Eldritch Blast it.
Okay.
Because that's 120 feet.
Yep. I think you're okay. Yeah, you get one just right in the slot because you're in the spellcasting class. You'll hit it.
Oh, can I sneak attack? Oh, well,
No one's close to it to sneak
I was
attack.
close to it. Yeah, so no. But 13 damage to it.
That's a good
Go.
bit of damage. It's gonna go.
Oh wait, I still technically have my. I can still technically make another dash action and get closer.
You could. You could use your cunning action to dash and move even closer.
Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'll
Okay.
move with another 30.
Okay. So then you've moved up 120. It's 20 feet away from you. Alright, it's gonna move up and do scorpion crap to you. What's your AC?
My AC is
Doesn't
16.
Claw. Oh, it misses you on all attacks. Okay.
Bring it!
All the luck.
Maxwell.
Good lord.
Oh, I am half dragon. I'm like,
What's the position
Run.
for all of us?
Carrie's right next to you. Claude ran up to it.
You know, we could actually move our icons.
Yes,
we could.
I can.
oh yeah.
I can arrange the icons properly, so we'll put that there. Claude would be right here in front of it, like that. And then you guys, because it moved up 20 feet, so Claude moved up 60, so it's 40 back from that is where other people are. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, like, Maxwell, you're, like, here.
40 would be right here, yeah.
Yeah. Right here. So, two of you are right there, and Catherine's way back there. I'll just zoom out.
Okay.
Hi, I'm all the way back here.
Yeah,
I guess before doing my action, I look at Carrie and I say, I didn't think you cared.
I don't.
I mean, you clearly do if you came to help.
Okay, I say I don't, and then I wink at you. I meant to add that, and then I completely forgot because I'm thinking
Nice.
of what the hell I'm gonna do.
I know we're in the heat of battle, but like I'm sorry for my past actions. There's nothing I can say to justify what I did back then.
I'm gonna pat you on the shoulder real quick and be like, I'm still gonna hold it over you, but as we said in therapy, It's more of a joke now. But let's kill this fucking thing so we can go back inside.
I'm going to eat it.
I agree. I pat Carrie on the.
corpse back to you.
I'm okay with that. I say I agree, and I pat Carrion on the back, but imbued with heroism for the spell. To give her a little extra boost. Kind of like a thematic thing, you know?
Nice.
Yeah. Oh, I can cast this at, like, any level?
Casting it at higher levels, I do not know what it does. Let me check heroism. Because you
It says I can target one additional creature for each slot above,
so yeah, you increase the spell level and you can target more folks, but it has to be touch. So when you would do it, if you
touch, yeah.
So when you're doing it, like you could touch right now if you cast it at one level higher, you could target yourself. Or what you can do is like if you cast it at a much higher level, you can be like in a group of people like, hey everybody, you're all heroes. Break.
Oh, that's cool. I wanna just for the theming, I cast it at level 2 on me and her.
Okay. So just mark off its level 2 slot, and so at the start of each of your turns, you will gain. What's your charisma modifier?
Let me see. Mine's 3.
So start at you're immune to being frightened, and at the beginning of every turn, you get 3 temporary hit points.
Nice.
Yeah. So it will be Kaz's turn next, though.
Yes, it will be. Gonna do the same thing of launch a firebolt at the giant scorpion. Firebolt. Hot damn.
It'll hit.
Jesus.
Nice.
Holy crap!
And wait, and arcane fire. So 20 damage.
Okay.
This thing's just dead.
And then I'm going to have my homunculus dash towards, so it's a 40 feet for the homunculus
Okay.
from me.
Okay.
You don't know how close. So 40 more, and then it can reach it.
Yeah. Carrie, what are you gonna do?
I have 40 feet of movement because I'm a barbarian.
Hey,
Yep.
get up next to me.
It's exactly 40 feet away.
So I'm getting up next to Claude. And hey, rage is a bonus action, ain't it?
It is.
Yeah.
Let's fucking rage glaive this bitch. Reckless. Yeah, I'm reckless attacking.
Okay.
Rave.
Now, did you fly up?
That will not hit
while
it.
raging?
You'll kind of like bounce off of its shitness shell with the first attack.
Yeah, but I have 2 attacks, don't
You
I?
do have 2
Hell yeah, I
attacks
do.
because I think you're a 6th level barbarian, 1st level wizard, and at 5th level you would
That'll hit.
That'll certainly hit.
Oh!
Okay, so you'll rush up, and the first attack, it'll like with its like snapping claws, it'll kind of raise one, and like you'll deflect your glaive off of it, but the knock will kind of knock its claw down, and you'll kind of spin around for a second strike and strike it directly in the head, and where the head would be, as it then kind of twitches a little bit and then stops moving.
Damn it!
I breathe the largest sigh of relief, and I take out my fruit, and I said, I did this all for you guys.
Bring
Okay.
me the corpse.
I'll
Bring me
bring
the
in
scorpion
corpse.
corpse. Thank you.
I give everyone the largest hug I've ever given in like the several hundred years I've lived.
Wait, it's already dead?
Yeah, I came up and I killed it, bitch.
Well,
Well, everyone kept
Kaz
rolling
did a
high.
total of like 30-something
Yeah.
damage to it.
Kaz is throwing fireballs. Technically, firebolts. Technically, I could do the same thing, but I wanted to blame it.
Yeah, Kaz did 35, I did 13. That's
I mean, theoretically,
48.
Maxwell could have maybe taken it on his own, but he's not maybe the
I
most
don't-
combat-based character.
Yeah, like I don't have like enough to deal with that, do I? I have Thunderwave and I have Shatter, but I can
You
only
also
cast
have your
them so
raid
many
command.
times.
Yeah,
Yeah, but that doesn't do that much compared to my spells, though.
but you could have been
Right?
casting spells on it when it was kind of holding on. And the polymorph would have stopped it. It had a -1, it rolled a 20. The chances of it actually getting that check were slim. I thought it was gone then. I
thought
didn't
so
think it
too,
would make the
dude.
save. Yeah, I rolled that and I'm like, what?
That was my ace in the hole,
And it fucking
didn't
made
work.
it. It was surprising. I'm like, okay, combat's over, and then it had to go on for a couple more turns.
Oh man.
Of course, here's the crappy part, because now it's con save time, and Claude does not have a great con save.
You and Carrie have to make it. It's a lot less DC for you two because of your resistances than it is for...
I get +1. Ow.
Cass and I rolled the same fucking thing.
The fortunate thing is, for the two of you, at least at this point in time, you'll be okay.
Okay.
It was the difference between, like, because you two, because of your resistances, it was DC 5, and for Kaz, it was DC 10.
Are you kidding me? DC 10?
And you rolled a 9 total.
I have fire resistance.
I give you guys fruit.
Drag the scorpion back to the tent.
I'll assist you.
Yeah. Also, for you guys, you have to check every hour out here. Kaz has to check every minute.
Okay, I'm going back in.
Yeah, you're like.
Goes back in. I'm dragging this scorpion.
I help with dragging.
If Wintress had gone out, she'd be doing the same checks as Kaz, but with disadvantage.
Yikes.
And that's why Claude and I go out.
Yeah, the two of you can change into things that are, or like Claude can change into things that are, actually, Claude's half dragon isn't as affected by, like, you know, it's like is pretty good too. You know, it's like the two of you are forms
I also have a fiend too, the demon too.
Yeah, the demon form.
Yeah, we can both be demons.
I think your demon form is slightly different than hers. I was always assuming that maybe, like, rather than resist fire, you might resist acid in that one.
Okay.
Because you're like the more monstery nature of you.
Gotcha. That's fine.
Because, like, if you think about actual, like, demons, some of them resist acid, some of them resist fire. But, you know, they have that kind of things. Anyway.
And 20 scorpions burst to the ground.
No, I think why don't with combat being successful and Maxwell being saved, we can take our second break here and then go in for our last hour there as we continue the adventures through the desert.
That's stressful, dude. Jesus, I got so low.
Look, I was thinking when you because this added like an extra 20 minutes half an hour of this battle when you failed to polymorph it. That was it added so much. It was hilarious to me. I was like, okay, battle's going longer.
I'm so sad that there was no reason why Wintress would go outside.
Yeah.
I mean, literally, you established Wintress hating the desert, and then as I thought about it, I'm like, yeah, Wintress really would hate the desert. A lot! But anyway.
I mean, the only chance of Wintress coming outside for battle in the desert to help would be if it was at night.
Yes. She is mountain adapted, and probably during colder weather has some better adaptation.
Yes.
When it's nice and snowy out, she doesn't have to worry as much. Anyway, we're gonna take our second break here. Snack, drink, bathroom break, anything you like that need, go do it. We'll be back in a little bit time after the epic battle versus the Scorpion.
Fish, I'm gonna send this to you because it's ridiculous.
Hi everybody, welcome back. Joe has Betamax. There's ridiculous stuff going on, and I had VHSs and a spear.
A spear made of VHSs.
I mean, that would be better than what I have. It was just a normal spear and VHSs, but I'll take you what you said.
Mads, I'm not clicking on this. Mads, I can see the words in the URL. I'm not clicking on this. Stop this, please. No.
What dark place have you sent Fish to?
Etsy.
Truly the darkest.
I'll post these in the chat.
Oh God.
Is it genital soap?
It is. It is.
When you were talking about soap early, it moved away from guns. And then when you were saying that you're not clicking on, I'm like, I know what this is. It's genital soap. I can predict that.
Anyway,
it's soap for your genitals.
Uh-huh. So you make it back to the tent with a giant dead scorpion eventually. Kaz, you feel a little awful. Because that heat out there hit you hard and quick once you went out there. It was just like, brah.
Yeah, I'm gonna go lay on the ground next to Wintress and hang. Yeah. That shit sucked. Where's the scorpion?
Can I start trying to carve this scorpion up?
Sure.
Do I need to make a survival?
Yeah, give me a survival check, and because it'll take a little time, give me a second Constitution save. Okay, you're still okay. It only increases by 1 DC each to check you make, so you're not gonna.
That's good.
You're not. It's gonna take you actually quite a while to cut it up because you're not very good at cutting it up.
No.
There's just like random there's like a lot of like bug goo coming out that you're like draining out, you know.
You just gotta take off the outer carapace.
Freshly frozen bug juice, yeah.
Explosion.
And it's got the tasty gooey bits inside.
We are not crunching the scorpion.
I'll fucking crunch it.
We're not crunching the scorpion.
I mean, you could also just cook it in its entire body too. Just make a big fire and throw it on top of it, and like
it'll be like that one scene in Emperor's New Groove where they're at the restaurant and they order the big old roly-poly.
I was thinking of
childhood culture reference today.
I was thinking of Journey to the Mysterious Island, the original 1960s one, where they toss a giant crab into a steam vent and steam it alive in its own juices.
Oh.
And then have like house-sized crab for like weeks.
Alright.
Yeah.
I just watched that because, again, it's my random movie watching. It was classic. Ah!
Classic. Ah!
What are you doing with the scorpion, other than possibly eating some of it insides?
Eating it.
Okay.
No, he's gonna wear it as a helmet.
Mm-hmm.
No, I have a tri-corner hat, excuse you.
Yes.
And an eye patch.
You
Okay,
do.
I just saw the second one you posted, and it made me laugh.
So,
yeah, scorpion.
the fruits are very refreshing, and it probably is really really tasty for Wintress, Hang, and Kazran now that he's suffering from the heat a lot more.
I'll have a bite of one.
It's good fruit. You know, it's fresh. The flavor is interesting. It's definitely like it has that watermelon flavor, like kind of way of being very juicy. The fruit itself, once you kind of clear off the skin.
How much? Did I grab enough for everyone?
Sure.
Hallelujah. Hope you guys enjoy this fruit. Nearly cost me my life.
Yeah, new rule. Fruit gathering, nighttime only.
Well, yeah, at least for the heat, I would agree on that.
No, because then more of us can go out too, and we're safer in number.
That's true. I was more worried about the visibility aspect.
Also, because most of the extremes, if you're talking about traveling the desert, I would suggest avoiding what we do, traveling during the mid-mornings and evenings. As much as it's safety that we have numbers, that's usually the most dangerous point in time when it comes to hunting creatures. When it is neither too hot nor too cold, they go out.
Now you tell us. I'm gonna...
Nim, you are
over...
useful only for hindsight.
Well, you went out to the middle of the day. Usually
over.
that's pretty okay.
I'm gonna slump in the corner and just take the world's longest nap and not have to think about this.
You don't sleep.
Well, meditate. I'm in so much pain right now.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna cast Cure Wounds at the first level on Maxwell.
Does that work on me?
Fuck.
I don't like nothing.
Wait,
none
so
of the healing things help me unless
this
it's
was like a point of contention because my magic isn't really magic; it's just technology. So because of that, I think we leave it up to Tantus about whether or not it actually works because it's complicated.
It is complicated that you're using artifice rather than direct healing.
Maybe it doesn't work
How can
as
you?
well, but
how
it still
often can you
works.
change your stuff?
How often can I, like, well, it's prepared spells, so it's long rest.
Okay. Because I was thinking what it could be done for you is, like, because it's very similar and you're very cut and try and mechanical, you theoretically could heal him, but you might have to, like, specifically prepare, like, there are other spells to repair objects.
Oh yeah, I have mending.
Yeah.
I can
Am I
cast
considered
mending
an
on him?
object?
Mending probably wouldn't work on him, but if you had, like, make whole and stuff, that might, like, heal him and things like that.
I think
I'm
mending's
such
the only
a special case when it comes to this, man.
No, make whole is a repair.
I think
spell.
I think we were also saying like probably like you and Radiant could combine your magical abilities to perhaps heal him. We can say.
Yeah.
Oh.
Because she technically can channel like necrotic energy, and that's kind of like pure black mana, which is what he's made out of. And combining it with your abilities to heal using cure, maybe you can kind of work together, and you can do some cures on him or something. So if you want to use the spell slots, sure, go ahead. She can do that. She can.
Can she do that by default?
She has a number of times per day she can do that. So she can help you cast a cure spell. I believe it's 3 times a day. Per touch. I have to check it here. Yeah, she does. She can do her touch of harm 3 times per day. It's technically touch of harm. The thing is, she can also like concentrate and do the healing instead. But it's effort based. You know, it's not easy for her to like do the healing that normally angels would do. Her touch normally causes horrible bouts of pain and harm to things.
Oh, but it heals me.
If she's willing to help, I'm happy to do a cure wounds for my good friend Max.
Yeah, she'll basically convert the energy to more like a necrotic, which would help you, kind of thing. Is what she's planning to do. You know, so
then I will do the first level spell.
Okay.
How much do I heal?
8.
He's rolling it.
Woo! It's better than before. I go up to 21. Oh, I feel a bit better. Still feel the
it's not
things from before.
Much. It's difficult to heal you, unfortunately, but it's what I could get done. Sorry.
No, don't apologize. I appreciate it. And I hope you appreciate the fruit.
I do. It helps.
That's good. How you feeling, Radiant? Any chance you could help a little more?
Unfortunately, I'd have to work with Kaz for the nature of it. Though if one of our allies, I don't know if it would work the same with them. Kaz's nature is very mechanical in the way he manipulates energy, so easily tapering the energy that he's using and kind of combining our powers does do a pretty good job of doing it. But again, it's the unusual nature of you. I think my nature, because of it, it's actually helpful for you, in a way. But my direct abilities normally cause massive amounts of necrotic damage to things. You're normally immune to necrotic damage. What I'm doing is effectively trying to replace the energies with it with a tapered kind of like necrotic healing, which theoretically exists for more people that are pertained to necromancers. Usually use that kind of thing. Neither of us are necromancers, so we're kind of jankly putting it together and making it, improvising something.
I see. What about something like a good berry, as I look toward Wintress?
The good berry seems to have a natural ability as a healing fruit that's consumed. Because you can generally kind of consume things, I think that's why it can do a little bit, but it doesn't have much healing energy to it.
Do you think there's any missile branches here?
Mistletoe? No, probably not at all. There might be some relatives of it that are more desert adapted.
Hey, Wintress.
Find one of those if you want to get here.
Oh, you want to help me out? I brought you fruit, and I risked my life for it.
I think she's implying that you need mistletoe for what she does. If she doesn't have that, she can't cast it. And I don't know if there's any berries that are equivalent around here.
Is it true, Wintress?
Yeah, I don't have berries. Because I barely have my own life. I'm dying.
Oh.
I'm melting.
Oh, come on. She can't be melting that much after the fruit, right? Had to have helped a bit.
She's being overly dramatic.
Yeah.
I thought you'd knew this by now.
I thought so. I'll play a little bit of Song of Healing before
I'm not being overly dramatic, am I?
Kind of odd, a little bit.
I'm just gonna play the Song of Healing and try to sleep as long as I possibly can. Am I allowed to do that, Matt?
You're allowed to rest, but it's only a couple hours before camp's going to be broken down, and they're going to start the evening travels.
How much do I heal for a short rest?
Hit dice.
You can spend hit dice. That's the thing that you can do. You can spend hit dice to heal yourself.
What? Remind me how that mechanic works. Like, what do I roll?
You roll your hit dice.
If you look on your character sheet, you can see how you have a section which should say 7. I put it back up to 7. You see under your hit points, there's hit dice.
Oh yeah,
You
mine
can click
says 5.
I put it up to 7 for you.
Oh,
Should
my
pop up.
hero.
So you can spend 1 putting that down by 1, and then click the hit dice button. When you click the hit dice button, it will ask you how many you spend. Effectively, for each you spend, you will roll your hit dice, which is a D8, and add your Constitution modifier to that, and heal that much.
How do I get these back?
Long rest.
Long rest.
Long rest.
The thing about your
Oh.
nature, I'm gonna say up, is because you don't technically have a natural healing, you're gonna have to use hit dice to heal back up, because you're just an unusual case. I don't think skeletons
figured,
normally
yeah.
heal. Yeah. So, like, you'd have to spend hit dice. Now, granted, a long rest will get you back all your hit dice. It's just that you're an inefficient healer in comparison to everybody else.
Yeah. That's
long
like
rest-
the way of balancing me
yeah.
out. Because I'm
Normally-
like pretty
yeah.
broken otherwise.
Normally, a long rest gets everybody's hit dice back, and heals them all the way if they're injured.
Oh, okay.
You don't use...
But I don't get the heal. Okay, so I've actually been messing up on this. I shouldn't have been being healed after that.
Most of the time that you've been injured, there's been long enough times in between that we haven't worried about it.
That's fair. Yeah. Okay. Well, I guess can I use 3 in my Song of Healing?
Your Song of Healing, I believe, would apply, because when you're spending hit dice to regain it, you regain an extra d6. Yeah. So what you do is hit the hit dice button, and choose how many
Okay.
hit dice you're spending, and then you'll just roll an extra d6 and add it to that.
Okay, so I want to do 3.
That was 1.
Wait, what?
You rolled 1.
Yeah, it just does it one at a time. It doesn't. You'd actually.
Oh, yeah. So hit
okay.
it. Yeah, hit it 3
What
times.
if I want to roll less? Like, what if I'm doing really well?
You can stop at any time. You got 15 hit
Okay.
points you've healed right now. So you consider you're only adding a d6 with your Song of Rest. So
Yeah,
you've
so
only
add
healed
1.
50. So you're like, you can say like right now you're at 36
Plus a
Oh.
d6.
plus a
Plus
d6.
a D6.
And that's not 52 yet. So I definitely say spend at least 1 more hit dice, if not maybe 2.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that. There's no point.
Yeah.
Okay.
What does that keep me at?
You've got an 18, so we'll add 18 to your 21, so it puts you to 39. You're currently at 39. You'll get an extra d6 right now. So assume that
I'm
3 or
gonna
4.
roll 1 more.
Mhm.
Okay, that's a bit better.
So you get another 4, so 43. Whoops, I put 43.3 for you. That's 4 hit dice, you've got 3 left.
And then a D6. I'll do that.
Healing might scale, but it's
Depending on how
9th
many I
level.
use.
Okay, it goes much when you're much higher level. So right now it's not helpful, because it's when you get to higher levels it'll scale up more.
I'm so tempted to use another hit dice.
You can.
Just do the d6. I don't imagine we're going to get in too much more combat.
And if you try to avoid direct combat too, and like let other people go first, you should be fine. So if you roll
okay.
d6.
Alright.
In general, as a bard, you'll likely. Youch!
A 1! No!
Wait, no. You mistyped it. You
Wait, what do you
rolled
mean?
1 space d6. Close the space. That's
Yeah.
why it's going to be a 1.
You rolled a 1. D1.
21.
Explain like I'm 5. How do I do this roll
So
space?
roll 1 no space d6.
Yeah. You can also just click on the little die thing and just roll d6.
Okay.
Okay, so you got
that's
4.
better.
So
Much better.
So you got 47.
Hallelujah.
So
Okay, I'm feeling good.
You're only 5 down. That's not too bad.
Yeah.
I'm okay with that, yeah. I just didn't want to be in like critical health like when the next encounter rolled
that was
around.
good to do, and you still have 3 more hit dice too that you can spend for like healing up at another point in time if you need it.
Yeah.
So you're not bad off, in general.
That's good. That's the rare scenario where the bard is like put face first in something.
Yeah, no.
True.
You did learn that this is a dangerous place, though.
Mm-hmm.
Are you still alive, Hank?
Oh.
Bye,
Alright, that doesn't sound
babies.
that bad.
It's
I don't
nice
sound that
fruit,
bad.
but it's awful around here.
I'm
It's
going
a
back to fanning
scorpion.
them with my wings.
I'm eating
Such a
scorpion.
sweetheart.
They're still being fanned by my unseen servant too.
They're getting multiple fans, but listen, they're still gonna be overreactive.
By the time you get to the evening time where the caravan packs up, they're not. You're not feeling great, like Hang and Winters aren't, but they're not like as complainy because again, like it's cooling down actually, beginning to.
My eyes, they don't burn anymore.
So you'll continue the journey onward, heading west. It's a couple more very grueling days and nights of this. I need Maxwell.
Not again.
Maxwell in general.
I need Maxwell to do something here, and I got to figure out the mechanics for it because it's a little custom. Like you're not able to quite get a long rest very easily unless you're like part of it's going to be traveling by vehicle, which can kind of like it's a vehicle that's bumpy on a trip. I'll say that rather than like you get a penalty or something, is it'll take you a lot longer to be out of it, you know, to recover.
Okay.
Con check, you think? Yeah. You know, Kaz, Maxwell, make me con checks to see how well you dealt with it.
Oh, okay.
Lightning's pretty
Con
good.
check or save?
I'll let you do saves.
Thank you.
Oh, so I rolled the... Baby!
Yay.
That's good enough for both of
cool.
you. Yeah. So you'll be able to
Do
recover.
you need me to
your
do
stuff.
anything for my normal ability of being able to?
They just recover?
Okay.
Yeah,
Just
What,
check.
our spell slots?
No. His natural abilities and like Radiant's natural
Right.
abilities just kind of refresh. You know.
But
My shape changing stuff, basically, I was asking about.
Yeah, like there's a lot of like abilities that will just refresh. It's anything that requires like a long rest to get back. You have a literal like twice a day thing, which means it's not directly related to like a rest cycle like some of your abilities.
Gotcha.
So what was the thing that refreshed for me? Was it just like the...
All your hit dice come back.
And I got my and your spell slot.
Wait, I should have fully healed then. I didn't know that was going to
You could,
happen.
before it happens, spend the rest of them if you want. So we can say, probably with spending the rest of them, you'd probably be fine.
And we get our spell slots back, right?
I still stay at my current HP?
No, you can roll
No,
a couple
you're
more
full.
hit dice. You have 3 more hit
Oh,
dice to roll, remember. Roll them and see if you just... You could utterly
Okay.
fail and not heal up. Wait, no. Aren't you down 5?
I used 4, right?
Yes.
Hit points.
You 5 hit.
Oh, I used 5? Okay, so
No,
I rolled twice
you are
then?
5 hit dice down. Hit points down, right?
Yeah, you had 5 left to heal.
You have 3
5
hit
hit.
dice, and each of them has a minimum of 3. You heal up, and then gain
Yeah,
back
yeah.
your hit dice. Yeah. You're fine.
Okay, so I go back to 7 or 5?
7.
You go back to 7 total then.
Okay, cool. So I'm fully healed is what you're saying.
What I was saying is, like, because you could spend those 3 before you gain them back, each of them has a minimum of 3 it would heal you. You were down 5 hit points. Then you know that if you
no
gotcha.
matter
So
what,
I would have
you
been good
gained it all
regardless.
back, yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sweet.
It'll be, I guess, as I said, a few more days will pass, and it'll be tough traveling. But eventually, though, you will get to the point where it'll begin to turn north. Oh, give back half your hit dice. Oh, does it?
Oh, it's
That's
only half?
for normal, but because you're customizing him because he can't heal normally.
I'll give them all back, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, what a benevolent god. Thank you.
Yeah, because normally, like, normal healing is really good for people, so I'm like, you just have, like, a kind of, like it's like your necrotic energy, you have a certain amount that you can kind of heal yourself with during the day, and that's represented by your hit dice. And then so
Sweet.
long rest will get them back. So you're a little different than everybody else in that way.
I like the challenge of that. I think it's a really cool, like, way of tweaking.
You have a little bit of bonus, but you also have a little bit of penalty in that sense.
Yeah, and that penalty can be super debilitating in, like, the right circumstance,
If like there are places that you could get into multiple, like if you guys decide to go explore like a dungeon or something where it would be multiple combats in a day. Yes.
Yeah, I'm kind of fucked.
Yeah. then hitting a lot of damage that way can be bad.
The only things that we have that can heal you are good berries and my turret.
The last time you got into multiple battles in a day was when you went to the island, because you fought the invisible monstrosity and then yourselves.
That's a fun one. I like that one.
I wasn't even there for that one.
Yeah.
And then yourselves.
You came back for the final fight, I think.
Yeah, I was back for when we fought ourselves, because that was the next session.
But you didn't fight the Inviso, like, chameleon Othya with the
fucked up squirrel.
With the squirrel lore. Yeah, where it's like, it's just gonna squirrel lure you in. Everybody, come on! It's a funny squirrel! Come on to it! Don't mind the giant teeth behind it that are waiting for you to come in.
I want to pet it again.
What do you want to do?
It's okay, there's a horse, so I can pet the horse instead.
Mm-hmm.
You can pet the camel.
When you turn
No,
north,
What's not big fit?
I want
very
the horse.
quickly, like, you've also noticed as you've been traveling west, there have been slight changes. As the days have worn on, things have gotten a little bit more barren. Like, those first couple of days, I would definitely describe it as, like, if you imagine that, like, Arizona scrubland, where you can see those, like, those tufts of plants that are very dry, like cactuses in areas, you know, things like that. With, like, a dirt road going through it, kind of, that's been used occasionally. The road kind of fades away by now, because it gets a little bit more sandy. The plants get far and fewer between. The scrub-like trees disappear. Cactuses become smaller, kind of nubs, in, like, kind of groupings together. The area becomes more hostile. The temperature hasn't changed by much, you know. It's still the same kind of really hot during the day, really cold during the night. But when you start that, like, actual turn to the north, it's like as soon as you actually see in the distance a mountain range, that's probably like a good 20 miles away. You can see these mountains. You start to turn north. They're kind of like the sign to do that. It starts getting even worse. It's like a subtle kind of like thing that if you didn't like think about how it's been changing over these days, you wouldn't have noticed how it's like getting to be very desert. And by the time you are camping out for the first afternoon after you turned north, because you turned north soon after, you know, during your morning travel, you turned north. By noon, you are in sand and dunes. No sign of any plant life anymore. Just open sand.
I think this is worse. I'm gonna decide this one worse. Normally I say that I don't want no scrubs, but at this point, I'd want some scrubs.
It's a little harder to travel around here, the western dunes. But the central desert, where you still have a little bit more of that scrub, you have to worry more bandits and raiders and such. This area, there's occasional creatures that either come down from the mountains or up from the rest of the desert. But it's a little bit more dangerous. So, and we're going to stick to the paths that are a little bit more solid. As you've noticed that we're following an old river line. That's what our guide will keep an eye out. He has knowledges and ways of reading the desert. So if rain comes and there's a flood, we'll get out of the line and up into the sands. If not, it's a little hardened and it's nature's road.
Right.
Just, if you're looking outside the wagon, keep an eye out to the dunes nearby. You never know when something's or someone might be around.
That's ominous. That was an ominous thing to say.
Someone that's traveled these routes before. I've had my fair share of experiences. Fortunately, your average caravan usually isn't in much danger. but I've been in a few failed ones too. With my 30 years of being a caravan.
Your echo interest?
If you want, I can sit up and keep eyes peeled.
Your choice.
I kind of spaced out. What's going on?
We're talking to Man.
Manny.
Manny the Man.
What did Manny say?
He warned you that there's dangers in the sand dunes, and that this is what you're going to be traveling in. Effectively, once you turned north, you're heading into sand dunes. You're following.
We're going up an old riverbed.
Yeah, you're going up
We're
an
still
old
part of the caravan, right?
Yes. Because what happens is, here's the desert. There's mountains to the west, east, and north of the desert. There's a small area in the northeastern, or the northwestern corner, where the mountains are pretty slim. That's where there's a valley road that leads between the desert and the plains, like the just general grasslands on the other side. Around there, you separate from them, keep heading north, and head to Lanois. But the desert, in the center of it, is the center of the tribes people that live here, who either are marauders or mercenaries. They're not very friendly. Actually, what I can do, which I think...
Is listen to lightning?
No, what I can do is this on screen for the people to see. And kind of point things out with the mouse a little bit here. If you can see the mouse, I don't know if it shows up on stream. Anyway. Oh god, that's not perfect. Because I can't go all the way down here. Oh, screw it. Anyway, if you're looking at the screen over there, people on stream, in the... God. I need Oh, I know what to do. I can save this and put it into Roll20.
Put it into Roll20.
And I can ping it.
Yeah.
You know, I love that
I
this
do
whole...
art like that all the time for my game.
I keep forgetting to.
I can't believe this turned into the Oregon Trail.
Oh god, instead of getting bit by a rattlesnake, you got stung by a scorpion.
Oh, you're right.
There's no giant scorpions, but there is that.
So who is going to be the first to die of dysentery?
I just ate a scorpion, so probably me.
I need to...
I'm just looking on the screen and Cash is by himself on the bottom right now.
Yeah, I'm all the way down there. I was shooting from a range.
I know. It's just funny. You're just by yourself down there. Poor Cash is all alone.
I'm not all alone. I have my homunculus. I don't need people. I have a tiny robotic dragon.
Okay.
Do you really?
He does, actually.
I do.
Or is he part of your imagination?
No, I specifically spent 100 gold to get a gemstone for his heart.
Well, this will be a little off because I gotta stretch it to the correct position. That should be correct. And then we'll zoom in a little bit. And
Are you going to move us there so we
I'm
can
going to
see
move
it?
all of you over to it now too, and I'm going to throw it up onto screen.
Ooh.
So
That's fuzzy.
Sorry.
Zoom in a little.
Fuzzy Wuzzy was a bear.
So zoom in
But
and zoom in, enhance, and I will put this here. So here where I'm pinged is where Sorcery is. Here is the desert. Yeah. So like here was down here was the Greenlands and like this entire area down here in the south. That's where all you met the centaurs. You basically followed. I will use here. You followed this area right here towards Cersei, kind of along that there. Oh, shift.
And now we're cutting through the desert.
Man, Hyrule is looking weird these days.
Yeah, so I pulled everybody to the pit. So, what you're doing here is you're heading, like, this way. Like, you were heading, like, it's not really great because it's not... It's trying to use the... There is a grid behind it.
I just wanted, like, I didn't want, like, a geography lesson.
Yeah.
I get what you mean.
Yeah, okay. Sorry, this ended up being a geography. So you headed. Like,
That's okay.
You headed west, and then you're not. That's like you heading like along this mountain range over here, kind of like a couple miles off, because like in the center of this desert here, the people, you know, and you're trying to aim for like here where you can cross out of the desert.
Right,
so like
'cause
dangerous,
landlords up here.
dangerous marauders, etc., 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 are over there. So I'm gonna move you back to start because we don't need to worry about it right now. For the map.
So we're worried about the sand people.
A little bit, technically. Just a little bit
Star
technically.
Wars sand people, or are they the ones from Spaceballs?
Probably more Star Warsy.
Probably
One of
more
them is Spaceballs. Ding, ding.
Dune. Probably more Dune.
Oh yeah, more Dune. I'll go with that one. Yep. So, it's about that time. So actually, this might be a good point to pop us off, where you're on your first rest, heading north into the dunes, where there's a new set of dangers because you're traveling along an old like stream, which probably occasionally floods when there's a rain somewhere. And other than that, it's
in Africa.
Yeah, it's probably the hardest land. Think of like Dooney Sahara, you know. Yeah. And you have to worry about like it's probably the hardest land there is. And after if you get off of the trail, it's sand. Surprisingly, the waters happen just enough to keep this trail going in amongst the sand and the moving dunes. And probably some natural rock formations that are jutting out of the sand here and there help protect it. Because there's probably a couple of rocks here to the side of the thing that, you know, kind of help keep some of the sand out of it. But anyway, enough natural geography. We're ending it here. It's a good point, too. Scorpion beat the crap out of Maxwell. You saved him. Now you have to worry more about, you know, probably more dangers to come. Because things can come from the mountains, or things can come from the deserts, or stuff could live here and all want to murder you.
Or we could have to deal with mountain camels. Carnivorous mountain camels.
No, they live around where Wintress comes from. There's like 7 llama species up in the mountains around where Wintress lives, and one of them happens to be a meat eater. Technically, it's a carrion eater. It eats corpses.
Oh no, it eats carrion?
I gotta get away. Wintress would totally think that's what
Watch out, here it comes.
That actually
Carrion eater.
flying vampire goats. Maybe they'll be added next time. That sounds like it's an unglued card that could be actually made into a real card. It's like one of those cards. Flying vampire goats.
One of those cards.
I think we should need to fight a rock lobster.
No.
Ooh,
Let's
There was actually an unglued card too.
yeah, I know.
Let's have people give shout-outs to who they are, where to find them, and all that jazz. And of course, let's start with Carrie. With Mads.
Me, I'm here, and also on Wednesdays, except for yesterday because people just were busy and things happened. But Bubbly Moth, Twitch channel Wednesdays, 7:30 CST. I run a modern D&D game, which is basically just D&D set in a modern world. And you know, they're having fun. I tried to give them a nice, relaxing episode. That didn't.
No, it was fun. We went to the mall.
You went to the mall, but first I had to have you be attacked by the big bad because
Yeah. Oh, it is a big bad. Okay.
I told you guys that.
I were very cagey about whether or not she was the actual big bad.
I told you you think she's the big bad.
Fuck you.
And at this point in time, she said a big bad, meaning that there could be more than one big bad, and then you're just in trouble.
They're always
10
in
of
trouble.
them.
I like giving them a lot of trauma.
Uh-huh.
So if you like trauma, come to my game.
Fish.
Hi everyone, it's me, Fish. This week, you can find me out back of Big Rico's Pizza. Nobody does a slice like Big Rico. Nobody.
All right
Vaguely
then.
What?
Not even Little Rico?
Yo, no one does a slice like Big Rico. You gonna make sure of it.
They did.
Or is it Rico Suave?
No, Big Rico's the only pizza place in town. All the other ones burned down in mysterious, unsolved arson cases.
Oh no.
Lee?
Hey guys, I'm just Lee Belmont. I'm also a streamer on Twitch. If you like casual playthroughs, speedruns, I do those. Recently I've been trying to do this cool thing called or not called anything, but I'm trying to do like voice acting playthroughs where we try to get like a bunch of friends together, play some RPGs like Paper Mario, 1000 Year Door, all that other good stuff, and it's really fun.
Sounds like a blast. Joe.
I'm Joe. You'll find me here on Tantus's channel. Thursdays, we're here. Saturdays, we're discussing tabletop. And then, of course, Sundays is the game I run on this channel, Grinding Gears. Cool. Which will see how their mining operation keeps going.
Yeah. Here you go, have an image from a different game. And right in the chat. And of course, Lindsay.
You can find me in your ice machine.
I hope not. I don't have one.
Yeah, me neither.
It's like those huskies that lay in the refrigerator.
Wait, everyone dies, the mine collapses. Lightning, we're mining the back of something. There is, it's not inside. So if it collapses, the entire turtle shell collapses and explodes out in a bloody push.
It could be one of the spires collapse on top of you.
Oh, okay.
I'm just saying shit now.
I mean, we're on a giant space turtle and mining, things that are on its back.
Are there 4 elephants on top of this giant space turtle?
No, it's not the Great Atuan.
Not this one.
I wish it was. I love the Great Atuan. I love Discworld. I think there is a Discworld RPG and I want it.
I think there is. As for myself, Tantus and Dracovin, you can find me here most days. It's been a lot less of just gaming streams lately. I'll get back to them a little bit one time, but I'm trying to get a bunch of new RPGs started, and including a couple more that will probably be on stream. So that's why it's been a lot of trying to figure out that situation and that schedule. And I totally went and downloaded every game I had on Steam and installed it onto my hard drive now because I got a new one that had space for it. So I am thinking at some point in time I'm probably going to be let's play a random game I own from Steam kind of stream. That'll be fun to do. Tomorrow will be Forest if you're looking for more video games. That's going to be with Lightning, Diamond Worm, Blaze, and Rachel. If you're looking for more RPGs, Joe mentioned Sunday. On next Tuesday at 10 a.m. is going to be Records of Evil, my Lawful Evil D&D game set in modern-day Faerun. And at Legacies of Kain in the afternoon at 2 p.m., which is the Vampire the Masquerade game. And then, of course, this game next week at 8 o'clock, where you can join us as they're going to continue to explore this, explore by following the caravan across this desert and hopefully not get murdered by horrible things like monsters or bandits or other things, which will probably want to come and murder them.
I want to murder some bandits.
Marauders.
Bandits.
Deadly marauders might show up. That can fly.
I can also fly, so fuck them.
Yeah.
I have
cannot
something that
fly,
can dragon.
But one day we shall learn how to fly.
I mean, technically speaking, I'm going to give her the ability to sort of be able to do that kind of thing because...
Exactly.
The idea was because with lithomancy, you can basically create floating stones and then use your freaking hook to
The hook on.
Indiana Jones off of them.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I have some weird platform.
Yeah, you have some weird platform mechanics. Because core. And that's what they do if you ever look at any of the arts from cards. Because core. They are weird platformers. With giant hooks and ropes. So it'll happen. Someday. But anyway, yeah. Hey everybody, have a great rest of your Thursday. Hopefully have a great rest of your week. If you're not joining us for anything else, we'll hope to see you next week at the same time and same place. Otherwise, stay safe, stay healthy, stay sane, and hey, yeah. Just have a good one in general, and farewell.
Nats,
Yes.
did you see that video?
I'm currently trying to listen to it.